So guys, today back with another video on the channel. Today we're here for week 3 of the Nufc news video, and this has been the biggest week so far doing this little series. Absolutely massive news for Newcastle United, massive transfer news, absolutely massive for this window. Obviously the end of our pre-season, and next week we've got West Ham in our first Premier League game back, and it's going to be good. Let's hope these transfers happen, but in the video I've got to speak about the transfers first, and then we'll move on to the pre-season games and more information about Newcastle United. So make sure to leave a like, lads, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's the red button at the bottom, make sure to click it. We're trying to hit 10k as soon as possible. We're not far from there now, so if you could go and subscribe, it would mean a lot. Anyways, let's start off by talking about the transfers. So I'm recording this video at 12 o'clock on Sunday, and news came out this morning, and I've got to speak about the breaking news straight away. Callum Wilson is coming to the Toon. A deal has been accepted worth £20 million, and he will be joining the club. Oh, what a signing this will be, man. Callum Wilson, a Premier League proven striker. Last season, he only did get 8 goals in 35, which isn't great. But the season before that, 30 games, 14 goals, 9 assists. Unbelievable. He's a Premier League proven striker. He's English. He's not a big. He's not like a big lad like Rondon, but he's big and strong. He's quick as well. What a signing this would be if we could get Callum Wilson. He's obviously he'll be on his way to Newcastle now, completing the medical and whatnot. But as soon as I seen that this morning, I checked my phone and it was there, breaking news on Sky Sports. So fantastic, Callum Wilson. And one player who obviously played with Callum Wilson, and the reason why he got so many goals in that 18-19 season is Ryan Fraser. Ryan Fraser, winger, Bournemouth. He's a free agent at the minute, and he's in Newcastle now at the minute discussing a deal to get him in Newcastle United on a free. I feel like obviously Callum Wilson is the main one, and then we've got Fraser, and then we've got the 2 left backs. But Ryan Fraser, if we got him on a free, would be unbelievable. His talent is unbelievable. Him and Wilson in that season, unbelievable. They just linked up so well and got so many goals together. Fraser was 1 assist off beating Eden Hazard in that season. So Fraser is a player that we do need, because obviously losing Lazaro and whatnot. If we had a 4-2-3-1, having Maxi on the right, Fraser on the left, Miggy in the calm, and then Callum Wilson up top against West Ham, I can see us winning that game. If we didn't take Wilson and Fraser, I could see us losing that game against West Ham, having Joe Linton, and then I don't even know, Jacob Murphy. Like, it's massive if we could sign Wilson and Ryan Fraser. It would be massive for the club. Let's hope that Callum Wilson comes in and has a couple of days to train with the squad. So that's why we need to be either announcing them tomorrow or Tuesday, because they're going to have time to settle in, get comfortable with the team, get to know the team, and then play against West Ham on Saturday. So we do need that to happen. We need to get these players announced as soon as possible, so they're going to have a bit of training rather than bringing them in and then they don't have enough time to start against West Ham, and it could be more chance of losing the game and whatnot. But Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser are the big news. And another one as well I didn't expect to happen. We'll start off with the Brazilian lad, Virgil, from Sassuolo, I think it is, in Italy. I don't know if this is really going to happen or not, because we'll speak about him, what happened with him. So it was Friday, and a deal got accepted of about 14 million euros. So that happened. But then the next day, on the Saturday morning, Newcastle United get a bid accepted for Jamal Lewis from Norwich for 13.5 million. Is this a cover-up to sign Jamal Lewis? I'd rather have Jamal Lewis than Virgil, because Jamal Lewis had a good season in the Premier, one of Norwich's only good players last season. And Virgil, I've never ever heard of him before we had a bid accepted from him. I don't know if that's a case of just a cover-up to get Jamal Lewis, or we actually want both of them, because at the minute we don't have one left back in the squad. But Jamal Lewis, there's Norwich fans saying that they've got to see him leave and stuff like that. So I think Jamal Lewis, it's a strange one about Jamal Lewis though, because he's still with the Northern Ireland team on the international game. So they play tomorrow on Monday. So on Monday, we'll wait to find out if he's in the squad or not. If he's not in the squad, he's in Newcastle getting announced. If he's in the squad, the announcement's going to get delayed. The transfer window doesn't end until the 6th of October, which is the Tuesday, the day FIFA comes out. So basically, when FIFA comes out, it'll be the day when we can't sign any more players. So we can still sign players during the start of the Premier League, which is good, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So Wilson was the breaking news this morning, fantastic. Fraser looks to be joining as well. I feel like what they've done with Jetro Willems and St Maximin, how they announced them like soon after each other. I feel like they announced Wilson, right, and then announced Fraser, basically like, or Wilson then Fraser, or Fraser then Wilson, or whatever. They'll announce them both together because they've got a great partnership together, and I feel like that's what bribed Wilson to come as well. Wilson knew that he preferred Newcastle, but seeing Ryan Fraser, who had a great season with him in the 80-90 season, probably made him think, oh, I want to join Newcastle, definitely. So massive for the club. If we get Wilson for 20 mil, and then we get Fraser on a free, and then Jamal Lewis for 13.5 million, some really good signings. And if we get the Gio as well, even better. But absolutely buzzing with that, lads. Let's move on to our final 2 pre-season matches. So Newcastle United had 2 pre-season matches, starting off with Middlesbrough, and honestly, we got beat 5-1 against Middlesbrough. The amount of injuries we've got in that game, Dummett, Clark, Richie's got a knock as well. Oh, I forgot to say as well, in the Wilson deal, Richie's not involved in it, which is much better for the club, so that's brilliant. But losing 5-1 against Middlesbrough. We didn't have a full strength team. We had like the players like Dan Barlays are playing, we had Isaac Hayden and centre back and stuff like that. So a 5-1 defeat against Middlesbrough, and I thought, right, we're going to try to figure out that and move on to Stoke. We'll go to Stoke, and then we get beat. Well, Stoke came to us, and we got beat 1-0. We didn't have a good team playing, absolutely not. We had Andy Cowell up top with Maximin and Allen, and then we had Sean Longstaff behind them with Hayden and centre-back with Fernandez. What can you do when you've got players getting injured left, right and centre? And the only positive against Stoke, that we didn't get any injuries, but Bruce confirmed from the Stoke game, 24 to 48 hours, signings will be announced. About 24 hours from now, and nothing's been announced. So I'm guessing tomorrow on the Monday, that's when players will get announced. Obviously the videos will be coming out straight away for when that does happen. But our final 2 pre-season games ended in defeat, and honestly, we had a good start of pre-season. We beat Crewe, it would be Barnsley, and then we lose to Middlesbrough, and then lose to Stoke City. But yet again, we've had no signings coming in. We had Jeff Hendrick, who's on international duty now. We've had Mark Gillespie, who should start the Premier League in my opinion. Carl Darlow against Stoke and Middlesbrough was embarrassing. Like, and Lejeune as well. Lejeune against Middlesbrough, the first 4 goals were, every single one of them was his fault. Not good enough. Because obviously Rob Holden's still on the cards. If we do get Rob Holden, great. Obviously that means Shaw or Lejeune would leave. I would rather have Lejeune go, because after that performance against Middlesbrough, he's got to go. But lads, massive news this week. Obviously next week videos will be coming back for the West Ham preview, obviously when transfers happen. So next week is going to be a busy week, lads. So make sure to turn notifications on the channel, so you know when you're notified when I upload a video. It's going to be a big week next week. Obviously tomorrow, I reckon maybe someone might get announced tomorrow, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, then we've got the preview Thursday and Predict Team Friday, and then the game Saturday. Oh, lads, it's all coming back. Next week's going to be a midweek. Thanks for watching the video, lads. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you all in the next one, whenever that will be. See you later, everyone. Up the mag. Let's get Wilson, let's get Fraser, let's get Jamal Lewis, and let's have a good season. How are the lads?